What's good to another episode of the MIGO Experiment. Yo soy Henry Flo.
Yo soy LaBori.
El Gallo.
And today we have una artista, protagonista, compositora, artista completa de todos lados, man, cámara, behind the camera, behind the microphone, man, con nosotros. Who do we have today?
Nohemy.
Yeah, Nohemy. What's up, y'all? Yeah, if you don't know who she is on one of the hit shows right now on YouTube that you gotta check out right now. It's called BRAVAS. It's a series. It's dope. And let's go right into it. Explain to me, like, the whole plot of BRAVAS, porque outside coming in, I kind of compared it to like an MTV show que se llamaba Laguna Beach. You know what I mean? Pero este como más, you know, puertorriqueño, las playas de Puerto Rico, el área de allá, and like el ambiente de allá. So, is it similar? Is it different? Talk to me.
It's different, you know, obviously to me, because it's Puerto Rico and the focus is really to push the culture in Puerto Rico and women in music and women in business and just in the industry overall. So it's pretty dope. It's the first Latin series that they do in YouTube original. So hey, first one. So we're on the right path, you know, putting Latinos like on the map and not just like us as actors, but, you know, the film industry as well, you know, so super dope.
I've noticed as well too, the artists, you know, y'all play yourselves, like, you know, like John Zeta, all them, like, I was peeping. It's like, is it more like, is it like a scripted reality? Is it like a reality? Because it seems real to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the focus, you know. It was to tell, like I said, it's culture and to tell this story that is real life, you know. It's stuff that I go through, you know. I'm sure it's stuff that you guys go through when it comes to, you know, the business, trying to come out, you know, from the bottom, trying to find opportunities to just, you know, get to where we want to go type thing. And just different obstacles just being presented and how to overcome those things, how to have the right mindset, and stuff like that, you know, so, yeah.
How were you discovered?
It's pretty, I feel like, you know, God had it in plan for me because I never had taken an acting class. I never auditioned for any acting gig. I never knew how to do a self-tape or anything like that. And I remember my manager received a call from one of her colleagues that she knows, and they were just looking for an artist that could act as well, and they were but somebody that represents what the character is in the series, like outside of the series, like you say, it feels like really real, like who the role that everybody plays, like John Zeta, like Darkel, and all these other artists that are there. And I feel like that's what's dope about the show, that it's so authentic that we were able to really be ourselves. Certain things change, of course, but yeah, anyways, we got the call, and I remember it was a FaceTime call at first. I was in the studio, I got the FaceTime call, they just wanted to meet me. And, you know, I'm just going with the flow. I'm just like, hi, like, you know, my name is Nohemy. They're like, rap. And I'm like, okay, so I rap. And they're like, all right, like, we like you. I'm like, okay. They're like, next call, you have to, like, come to Puerto Rico. And I was like, I was working a regular job, and I was like, okay, like, I can't really ask off, but I'm going to, whatever. I asked off, and like my managers understood. I took a flight for like one day going, the next day coming back. And I went in there and I did the audition, like, again, not knowing what's the proper way of doing an audition or what they're looking for, because you're just in a room that is all white. There's no props or anything like that. And then we got the call. And I got excited because it's something that I always wanted to do. I just never knew that it would come so fast. But I guess that's the importance of, like, you know, being ready for when opportunities present. And being able to take advantage of them.
Okay, Nohemy, so rap.
Okay, in Spanish, right? Okay.
However you feel comfortable.
You want a little beat, you want a little reggaeton beat, what you want, a little hip hop joint? What?
Recuerdo cuando me decían que yo no servía, que a mí no creían. Antes siempre me pichaban, vieron el piquete y las tengo mordidas. Ahora todo el mundo me llama diciendo que estos son amistades mías. Cantarlo volví mi trabajo, vivo dentro del estudio metía. Con nadie hago coro, volando como un meteoro. El lápiz de oro, me jodí por lo mío, yo a nadie le imploro. Ahora hay flow de más, cero pa' nada. ¿Dónde tú estás? Que no veo nada.
Hey.
I wish I could do that. If anything, I'll like, you know, my name is Jay Lees. Yo soy bien feliz. Hey,
Hey,
I'll go for Nohemy.
it's flowy.
No, but okay, so you know your character in the show is called you're called Roja in the show.
Yeah.
And you know, basically you were saying that everything that what's going on in the show is basically kind of like real life. It's like a nonfiction fiction. So you play a DJ as well in the show. Do you DJ in real life too?
I don't. And what's quite funny about that, the place that we were shooting the set, that is Club Brava in Puerto Rico, the owner came up to me and was like, do you DJ? Because I'm going to book you. And I was like, I don't, but if you tell me how much it is, I'll learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight to business, you know? But no, I actually don't know how to DJ, but, you know, I could fake it. I faked it till I made it, so it worked out.
So the Sean Wayans, and he was in Living Color. Did you remember that? She too young for that one, man.
Listen, I know about Living Color, okay? I know about Living Color.
But still, like, either way, like in the business, you know, sometimes these guys say, yeah, I know how to do that. Shoot. I learned, if you're a composer, you can just beat match that track the whole time.
Yeah, anything. You could even play a pre-made mix. Just throw one on and just, you know, hacer el guaje.
Yeah, I could hit up, like, anybody, you guys DJ or anybody here?
My man Flo.
Oh, so I might be like, yo, Flo, hook me up. Give me a setup, you know, a good 2 hour right there. And I just
no
go.
No problem, no drops. I got you. No drops.
But it's a drop for her. She could be like, Nohemy, you know, Nohemy.
Yeah,
she can throw that drop. That'd be the only thing she'd be doing in the whole time in the club.
Yeah, I just can't be cute.
So the show is produced by Nati Natasha. And obviously you have to have worked with her. What's that experience like, working with a female like her in this industry?
To be honest, it's the first like female artist that I get to meet that is like, you know, up there, you know what, where Nati is. And it was dope. It was dope because I just felt that bossy energy from her. Like, yeah, I'm a woman, but I own it, you know? I own it everywhere that I go. And it was so dope. And then when I talked to her, she was just so nice, so genuine. And she was like, I'm looking at the clips. You look great. Everything looks awesome. I'm so proud of you guys. So it was dope. Like, sometimes you don't imagine that because, you know, these artists are really busy. Sometimes they come and go. They don't got time to talk. But you took the time to, you know, to say a few words. And it's dope. She has a great, incredible energy.
Do you feel as if you guys have created some type of connection or a bond?
I feel like we have, you know, in all of us together, because we came together to just bring this story to life. So we did connect, you know. So that's the beauty about all this too.
How would you say your role in BRAVAS relates to your personal life or career? Is there any correlation at all?
Yeah, when I read the script, and I was really surprised. Actually, Roja used to be Rojo, used to be a guy. But then they found me, and then they're like, you know what, we're gonna turn Rojo into Roja, and she's gonna have a girlfriend. And then the stuff that Roja goes through is like similar to the stuff that I've been through, you know, like, you know, having to break up a relationship because you have to pick either your career or your relationship. You know, sometimes it's hard when you're in that moment of your life where, like, you know, it's crunch time, like it's time to get it now or you're just gonna lose your time, you know. So I've been in that situation, so I could relate to a lot of the stuff that Roja was going through. Not all of them, obviously, but so I think that's what made it like very special for me, being my first time acting, that I get a gig that is almost like me, you know. That's a blessing. It wasn't like I was completely off. So yeah, I'm stoked.
Do you feel that was, I guess, a blessing in disguise that it was so relatable, the role, that you could, you know, be?
Yeah, I think it just would have been harder if I had to play like this like super sassy girly girl, because I'm sorry, I'm not like that. I'm tomboy. I'm really like down to earth, and they put me to play basketball. Like I played basketball all my life, so I got to like show those skills too. So like I said, it was like being myself. So it's definitely a blessing for those people that are actors. They know that, you know, it's not that easy to get a role like that.
Let me find out, you run the one, don't you, when you play basketball?
The what?
You run the one. You're the point guard, ain't you?
Yeah, point guard, shooting guard.
Hey, she's quick with it. That's why, man. Like, whoo. Let me assist on this record.
I found something interesting, and I haven't finished watching the whole series, to be quite honest. But I know I was getting to the part where there's some substance abuse, well, with the pills. Maybe I'll spoiler alert, you know. But how do you feel that is important to especially to what's going on right now with everything in the pandemic and everything that's going on in society right now? How do you feel that plays? Do you feel that plays a part and plays an awareness?
Yeah, and that actually has to do with me too. I didn't abuse pills, but growing up, because I suffer from anxiety, my mom always used to give me Xanax or like all these other like medicine that the doctor would prescribe me to be able to, I guess, be myself or act normal, whatever you want to call it. So that actually affected me. I was never able to be myself because I had to depend on these pills, you know. And sometimes, and that's not always the case. Like sometimes people just abuse of them because they don't know a way out, or they think that's the only way out, or they don't have like close friends they can talk to, or you know, whatever situation. So that was dope that they put that in there, and they didn't really touch too much on it, but you can tell that Roja was kind of like leaning into that, but not sharing it with her friends. So I guess for the people that are watching, if you feel like something like that, I feel like it's better to just talk to someone than to first go rely on a pill.
Absolutely. I think that's very key. I know, especially in the Latinx community, I think mental health, and we have touched on this on previous episodes with different people. You know, definitely like it's a machismo thing. It's like a taboo that mental health we don't talk about. So I think, you know, definitely, like you said, you got to talk to somebody.
Yeah, I feel like people just don't think it's normal, you know, and it's not until people like me or other, you know, people that use their platform to just bring awareness to it, and it is normal. We all go through it. We just don't talk about it, you know. I'm sure I sit with you guys here and you guys suffer from whatever thing. You guys just, you know, we're just not talking about it. You know, we sit and do interviews and we just touch certain topics, but let's be real. Let's talk about the real stuff, you know.
Yeah. Speaking about real stuff and like about that, right? Just touching that same base. Like, did you grow up being able to communicate and express yourself with your parents, you know, on how you feel? Like whether it's anxiety, whether it's, you know.
I was able to, and because I was able to communicate that with my parents, my mom took me to a psychologist, psychiatrist, and, you know, she didn't know the answers either, you know, as a mother, like she tried to look for the answers. She put me in a bunch of sports, like I was always really active, but I feel like because she wasn't going through it herself, it's harder, you know, but she did her best. It just took a point of me making that decision, like, okay, I'm 18 now. Let me stop this. Let me do more exercise. Let me run more whenever I feel this energy, and try to like find a way like to see like when I feel it, what can I do? Either read a book, either run, like just looking for alternative, whether that is not taking a pill, you know, but it got to come from yourself, you know, like your parent can't want it more than you. So.
That's great advice. Definitely.
True. Because, you know, David, you know, it really is. Just that openness, you know, that la nueva generación, I guess, of parents, you know, like it's just different. Like I'm an older person, so it's just like you tell my mom, you know, I got anxiety. You tripping? Yeah, get the hell out of here. You know, it's just like, homie, you're not supposed to be going through that stuff. Depresión es para, you know, whatever. It's just like you know, it's different, and that's something that's, you know, that's a blessing for you too, which, you know, you're able to communicate and express yourself, which, ladies and gentlemen, it's not out of this world just to be, you know, to have questions, have anxiety, depression, frustration. Anything can happen, especially through these times that are going on right now. The best thing to do is exactly what she said: communicate, talk, find an alternative. Man, that's some tea right there, yo.
That's right.
But the pinky
right there, man. Yeah.
You know, that was your
internet
connection was great.
Let me know. When you dropping that album, girl, you got all these EPs, singles, all this good stuff. When you dropping the album, though?
I'm gonna be dropping an EP in the next few weeks.
Can I get that phrase?
Sorry?
Oh, Flo, you're freezing a little bit, just a little bit.
No, I don't know if I froze. Did I freeze? Oh,
Yeah, you
all right, let
freezing
me
up.
slow myself down.
All right, let's switch it up.
You good?
3, 2, 1.
Go ahead, Flo.
So, I know you got EPs, singles. Where is the album?
I'm gonna release an EP.
For real?
Okay, Flo. How about we just start? We'll make a note here to the editor and let her start with the answer to the question. Okay.
Let's get
3, 2, 1.
So before the year ends, I'm going to be releasing an EP. It has 7 songs. I'm really excited. I composed and I wrote each one of them. Also collabing with other writers. But I'm really excited. It's my first Latin EP, and I feel like it's the right thing to do to close out the year with a bang. So yeah.
And you also mentioned earlier to us that you as well, you're a writer. So have you written any of the songs that are going to come out in this EP?
On my EP, yeah, I wrote the songs on my EP. Some songs I collab with other writers, but I mainly write all my music, and I love it. You know, I'm still developing my pen, but I feel like I have something different and authentic to bring to the table in the music industry, just because it's more of a fresher pen, and I have a different mindset, so I'm using that.
Has that been something that you've always done, you know, or is this something new as of now?
It was something I never thought I could do. And I always looked for writers because I never even wanted to try, because I was like, there's no way, you know, they're like, I can't do that. And then one day I just tried it, and then I just kept going. I never looked back ever since. And now, like, I'm more like confident than ever in my pen, and just seeing the results and seeing how people, you know, like it when I put music out and they're like, this is great, this is awesome. Like, I'm like, oh wait, like I actually can do this, you know, but yeah.
So the song Piérdete, which is also a song featured in the show, is that a song that you wrote?
Yeah, I wrote the whole thing.
Okay, interesting. And congratulations to the song, by the way. We did see that, you know, you did hit, as of today of shooting time, 400K on YouTube. So, you know, big deal for you. Congrats on that. Is that also going to be a song on the EP as well?
Yeah, we're considering to put it, because that was going to be our main single to push going into the EP. So yeah, definitely we'll throw it in there for sure.
And I'm actually excited to listen to the EP, because you got songs like Piérdete, Curiosidad, Calentón. Like yo, you got like you got sexy ass songs, dog. Like, real talk.
Nice.
Yeah, the EP is like super different.
Go ahead.
Did I freeze again?
It was just a little bit. It was just a little bit. All right, I'll count down. And
who talks? Who you gonna count down? Who's gonna talk?
We're gonna let we'll let Gallo go ahead and just say what it was that he was gonna say.
Cool.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so I know you mentioned you have written, you know, you composed and written, Sam. Is there anybody other than yourself that you've written for?
No, I haven't had the opportunity to, and I guess is like I had to work myself up first as far as like my pen game and getting it where it needs to be before I walk into rooms, and because first impression is everything, you know. So I feel ready now, like to go into rooms and write for other people and just collab with other writers. I think that time is about there. So I'm looking forward for 2021 to just be a part of other projects as well.
Nena, you got it in the bag, okay? If you've written these songs, okay, y te está pegando, you got it in the bag. You'll be fine.
You say so.
Nah, I think so. I'm waiting for those remixes with like 8 different artists making that joint like 9-minute songs. You know what I mean? Just crank it, yo.
Not a fan of those.
You know what? Sometimes as a DJ, it's like you play the same song but just different verses every time you play it. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's true. That's true. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah. It happens, man. Like everybody, come on, man. It's like there's so many remixes to the joint as long as hell, like 6 minutes, 7 minutes long. You just pick Ozuna, Neo, you know what I mean? You Bad Bunny, you just whatever. Take your pick of the litter. Who you want? You want Nicki? Who you want? Like
and then when J-Lo did that third one, no offense, sorry J-Lo, you my girl and all, but yeah, that was a no-go for me. It's a no.
We love J-Lo, but she was like 6 months too late. Like, with that Yo, man. But who do you have lined up to feature, though? That's what I'm curious about with all these people that's working with you.
I want to work with all females.
That's good.
Yeah, like me and my manager talk about it, and like, you know, she's a woman in the industry as well, and we see a lot of things like that's going on, and we try to fill in those missing holes, you know. So I feel like we need a lot of female collaboration. So I'm working on a lot of features with females. I worked with Catalina, which is Yandel's artist, Manu Manso. I worked with Momo. And who else? With Lely Hernandez. I worked with a few, so I'm still, you know, working. I worked with male too, but I really have this focus and this passion about just bringing that unity and just being a part of it, because a lot of females are doing it, but, you know, I want to contribute to that as well.
Do you feel that this series, because I do feel like this series BRAVAS has empowered the female in the, you know, in the genre. Do you think this might propel what you're trying to do, you know, work with all females because you see, you know, the Bad Bunnies, the Mike Towers, and Mickey Woods, and we could go on all day and talk about these, you know, about the males in the genre. But do you think this series could spearhead the new wave of just female talent that is out there that is doing their thing?
Yeah, and I feel like it's been growing over the past like few years, you know. I feel like we got to be more aggressive, and this series, I feel like it tells that story about how unity is very important and how it's not a competition. I feel like there's enough blessings for everybody in the world, and, you know, there's a piece of pie for everybody. You know, everybody has a different winning season. And every time I talk to these girls, I'm like, listen, like, I'm gonna support you when you're up there. Like, I'm gonna clap for you. One day it's gonna be, you're gonna clap for me. We gotta clap for each other. That's what males do, you know. Sometimes it was hard for me to understand what was this competition of trying to be the only female, you know, like, why only? Like, it should be a lot of us. Like, there's a lot of talent. So this series illustrates that, you know, the unity, how there's power in unity, and how together we can come full force and do great things, you know, and not being separated. But also a lot of these female artists, they have like male managers, or they have like male figures around. And I feel like sometimes that influences, and maybe it gets into their head that, hey, you got to be the only girl. And it's like, come on. And like, we know better. We're smart women. Like, we know we have to unite and let's make music. Like, we can do this. So
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
It's actually very tight how you look at it, though. You look at it. Yeah, I just saw the little unstable button come up on my thing, so I just shut the hell up. Edit that out. So it's amazing how you see that, how you see yourself as a light, and you're just trying to gather more light. That's a good mentality. That's a good example to set for the next generation who will see this interview, will follow you. You know, like, that's really dope. Like, you're all about unity, and eso no pasa mucho en nuestra cultura, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and what I tell my manager is, like, you know, we could have made a lot of like other decisions about like signing contracts or gone other ways, you know, like playing the regular like industry thing, like you sign here, they put you up here and whatever. But it's like, I'd rather die trying to do something that hasn't been done. And I want to be that icebreaker that, you know, it's not afraid to go after things that people are usually afraid of, because sometimes the route that us independent artists take, you know, you never, it's a 50-50 thing. You can either make it, break the ice, or you're just going to be another independent artist that really doesn't break the ice, you know, but I'm passionate about it. And, you know, I feel like that's everything, you know, because I have passion behind it and what I believe in, I'm gonna go full force. And I know that, that with the team, the right people around me, you know, we can do things that haven't been done and create a new standard in this industry. So artists can have more freedom with their art and be able to freely create and put their music out and not be held back because of whatever the labels say, you know?
Nohemy, so when you think, ¿tú piensas en español o inglés?
Depends in the mood. Right now I'm thinking in English, but sometimes I think in Spanish. Yeah, it depends.
It's pretty dope. I just had to ask that because, you know, you rap in Spanish and you're dope. You know what I mean? So quería saber cómo es que tú piensas. Like, because
Well,
I think when I think Spanglish.
If I'm writing music, I think in Spanish because I got to rhyme in Spanish. But yeah.
Do you feel that it flows easier in Spanish or writing?
Yeah, because I started making music in English first before doing Spanish now, which it's been 2 years. And it was because when I did write in Spanish, I felt so confident, which is so much easier. I flowed better. I was like, what the heck? Like, this is what I should have been done the whole time. You know, it's like going back home, going back to my roots. So because of being
is that love language? That's why. It just goes
yeah.
Have you ever thought about actually mixing both in, or that doesn't even cross your mind?
I actually did it. I have a song that I put out like 2 years ago. It's called Trippin'. And I'm singing in English and Spanish. Yeah. But I'm gonna do English music. I'm gonna go.
Pero tú crees que en la industria que tú estás, is it acceptable to you know, rap in English on a Latino record?
I feel like if you know how to do it, if you speak both languages good, and it's something that represents you, yes, I'm gonna do it. Now, if I'm forcing it and I'm doing something that doesn't represent me, you can tell. You can tell when an artist is like forcing, trying to sing something that is just not coming naturally, you know? And I'm a type of person that I like to naturally flow with what I'm writing. Like either I've been through, I know about it, I'm confident about it, I speak it, I don't speak it. So because I know how to speak both languages and write in both languages, you're gonna tell that I'm comfortable in both of them. But I feel like it's not respected when you're not. That's just my opinion.
That's facts.
Like shit.
I know, Nohemy. So thank you so much for taking the time to go ahead and join us on the MIGO experiment. But before we go ahead and sign off, do you want to go ahead and plug in your social medias and let everybody know where it is that they can follow you and where they can listen to your music and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. So what up, guys? My name is Nohemy. Thank you for the MIGO experiment for this dope interview because it's actually really different. So I enjoyed my time here. Follow me on my social media as Nohemy Music, and all my music handles are Nohemy. Enjoy my music videos, and just follow me on this journey. It's gonna be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for you in your journey. You know, this is definitely just the beginning, and you know, in the beginning you're already doing some pretty incredible things, and I'm excited to see what else God has in store for you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, really. Thank you guys for your time. I really had fun here.
No, thank you for making the time for us, honestly, because, you know, it's just, we're like nobody's compared to you, you know what I mean? But still, we all just try our little granito every single day to keep growing, you know? So that's what we do. So go ahead, y'all right here, just comment, subscribe below, follow the MIGO experiment on MIGO Radio, man. Follow me as well at Henry Flo, HenryFlo_DCF.
You can follow me on Instagram at LaBori DMV, LABORII DMV.
You can follow me at El Gallo DMV. Also follow MIGO Productions. And look, Nohemy, this is a home. You know, whenever you get to the top, you know, got to come back and visit us. So
yeah, count on me always. If you guys ever need anything, just holla at me.
Yeah, we'll hit you. We'll hit you to do something with you. Thank you for the time as well. Yo, thank you, everybody. You know what we always say? Boom, boom, boom. We out.